LaDonna, you know about the
Let me see if I can
diabetes
get it
awareness.
louder for her.
Let us see if she
Yeah,
can
that I.
get it louder for me because I can't hear it.
Let's see.
Are you talking about the?
It's the diabetes awareness month this month. You don't have that with you. I thought you sent that on me with
I'm waiting for you.
Okay, we got a minute. And welcome to Knowledge is Power Podcast live on a Tuesday evening. Tonight we've got my co-host LaDonna Sherwood Haley and Mrs. Frances Larkin, my supporting co-host. And also we're observing this month for diabetes, the awareness month. And is there any other news we need to give out there, ladies?
Yeah. Yes, we have a diabetes walk scheduled for this Saturday, November the 13th at Rogers Park. We are asking that everyone come out. There we go. Diabetes Awareness Month, Faith and Strength to Endure. It's a community awareness walk. It's scheduled for Saturday, November the 13th at 9 a.m. to noon at Rogers Park. We are asking that everyone come out and join us. We're going to have Dr. Japira Levine giving some information regarding diabetes and how it affects your body. And we
Mm-hmm.
have a couple other special guests. So
Mm-hmm.
come out and join us.
Yes, that's going to be great. That's going to be this Saturday
Yes, this
from
Saturday at
9 to
Rogers
noon at
Park.
Rogers Park. Okay, great. LaDonna, you have any? You have so much going on. What you have going on tonight?
Well, the Democratic Party is hosting a Blue Gala on Friday night. That is November the 12th. And the VIP reception starts at 6 p.m. and the actual event starts at 7. But it is sold out. It is completely sold out. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, you just won't be in the building. But it's going to be a really big event. We're going to have James Clyburn, who is the third highest ranking Democrat for the House, and it's going to be a really big deal. I'm hoping that they record some of the events so maybe we can share it or stream it live. So we're looking forward to that. And then just a upcoming save the date, the Beaumont Panthers will be doing like a Thanksgiving turkey giveaway coming up in the next couple of weeks. Now that we're getting that new professional basketball team, they're going to be doing some things in the community, and they're also hosting a gala that's going to be in January. But I'll post the flyer for that. And it is Diabetes Awareness Month, and I want to say that the Sarah Wellness Group will be doing something this month also.
Okay, great. And also, I think to welcome some of those here on our podcast from the Sarah Street Wellness Group, too, okay? So get that handle for me. You guys are here. We're listening. You know exactly what I'm asking for. Hey, we're going to be back with Miss PATRINA McCoy-Phillips. She's the wife of the missing person, Edward Phillips. He's a 68 graduate of Charlton Pollitt High School, the original Bulldogs, and we need to find this man, and we've got his wife will be with us in about 30 seconds. Welcome to Knowledge is Power Podcast Live with your host, Tony Redford, and my co-hosts, LaDonna Sherwood and Francis Larkins.
Knowledge is Power Podcast Live starts now.
I tell you we'll be back in 30 seconds. Miss PATRINA Phillips, how are you today?
How you doing, honey?
I'm great, babe. I'm great. It's so good to see you, and I know you've been going through a lot, and we're here to help.
Yes, sir.
Here's my cast, my crew here. We're here to help and put this out there in the opening, and it's going to be all over social media. We want to find Ed Phillips. Ed Phillips is a graduate of Charlton Pollitt. 1968, the class of 1968. So the 68 class of Charlton Pollitt, you hear me? We're looking for Ed. So Miss PATRINA, tell us, he's been missing since October the 20th. Where was, can you give us a little bit of the timeline of when does this happen and where it happened?
Well, on Wednesday, October the 20th, he left, going home. He told me that he was going to go and lie down. And I told him, I said, well, I'm going somewhere. I called him and let him know that I was going somewhere with one of my girlfriends. And I said, don't forget. I said, in the morning, we have to go to the doctor. So he said, be sure and wake me up. But then he's a person that likes to sleep a lot. So I had an appointment for 8 o'clock that morning. I called, he did not answer. I'm thinking that he is still asleep, so my appointment is at 8 and I can't miss it. I went to the doctor. I came back. No, I went to the doctor. Then I went to my eye doctor. So I went to 2 doctors. After leaving the eye doctor, I came back, went to the appointment, and one of our friends came with me because the steps is hard for me to go up because I've had both of my hips done. And not wanting to fall, I got one of my friends to go in. Well, the screen door was unlocked. So I told him, I said, if the screen door unlocked, he is probably gone. He said, well, Miss PATRINA, the screen door unlocked. I said, well, he'll take the key and go in anyway because he done had 3 heart attacks. I wanted to make sure he was fine. He went in, he said, Miss PATRINA, Mr. Ed must have went to the store somewhere because he ain't nobody in there. So I'm thinking, well, he probably went to the store. I mean, this is Thursday. So about 6:30 or 7 o'clock, I say something is wrong because he don't miss coming here every day for 30 32 years we've been married, 31 or 32. He is with me every day. And if I'm not home, he's gonna sit on the porch until I get here. That is just the way he is. And I call the police. Uh Matter of fact, it was Officer Hawthorne. He came and I told him what was going on. So he said, well, Miss Patrina, this was just today. I said, I know him. I said, I know him. He just would not be, he's not a person that he don't run the street. He loves to walk. And he don't hang with anybody. He's friendly, but he's a loner. And most people that know him knew him way before I did. That he was a person that, just be to himself. He's a quiet guy, a good guy. And I knew that he wasn't going to stay away from me that long and make me worry about him.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, the Friday morning, his provider came. She is, after he had the heart attack, he got a provider. She's from Port Arthur. And she came by and she said, Miss Patrina, she said, tell Mr. Ed he could go ahead and take his shower. She said, I brought his clothes because he loves to take a shower here because the water runs slow in his apartment. Mm-hmm. So I told her, I said, Mr. Ed been missing. She said, what you mean missing? I said, he have been missing. I said, I haven't seen Ed since at all yesterday. She said, Miss Patrina, she said, that bed is still made. And so I told her, I said, which means she said the bed is still made. I say, so when he left to go to the store, Wednesday night, and he never came back. The lady that lives on Church Street told me and my nephew, because we saw she had a camera on her door. And I know that he go to the store all the time across the track. So she said, I saw him about between 7:15 and 7:30 crossing the track. And she said, I said, now where he going this time of night? But he goes to the store. When he run out of cigarette, it doesn't matter if it's 12 o'clock at night, he's going to go to the store. And I tell him all the time, Ed, don't go across that. Nobody not going to do me that. I say, honey, you don't know what people will do you. And so I know.
So, Miss Patrina, let me ask you this, Miss Patrina. What area of town are we talking about? South Park in Beaumont, Texas area? On Church?
We talking about the Pear Orchard.
Pear Orchard, yes.
The Pear Orchard, the store on Washington and Avenue A. He go to Valero and M Express, and he goes to the store on Brockman and Avenue A. They know him. Everybody know him.
So that's all in 1, 2, 3 blocks area, right? So my question is, why haven't the Beaumont Police Department been more involved in helping find this missing man?
This is what I talked to Detective Torres, and the first week he was out, and he apologized because he was out, I think, on vacation or whatever. But when I talked to him, he told me, he said, Miss Patrina, I'm going to help you in every way that I can. Well, he did. He came out, and he and my nephew and myself went. He wanted to go to Ed's apartment. We did go to the apartment. And so after that, I didn't talk to Officer Torres anymore because every time I would call, he was out. I don't know if he was still on vacation or whatever, but I never could get him. So finally, I did get him. And when I talked to him, he told me, he said, Miss Patrina, he said, I'm going to come out there. He said, and I'm going to search. And he went yesterday. And to the abandoned houses to see if, maybe he had gone in those houses. And he called me today and told me he had gone. And he said he was going to keep searching. But like I told them, I said something should be done because when the
Miss
lady was,
Patrina, let me ask you a question. I just because maybe I didn't hear you. What day did your husband go missing? How long are we talking?
he went missing. When I found he was missing, it was on the 20th.
The 20th of
No, the
October.
21st, which is Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
because I was assuming he was in his house. I talked to him Wednesday night about something to 5. He was at home. So I know he went to the store. It's because the lady across the track told us that she saw him, and that's what he do. He would, if he run out of cigarettes, he's gonna go.
Now, does she know
And
what he had on? What type of clothing? Do you know what he was last seen wearing or anything like
he
this?
yes, ma'am. He had on some beige brown pants with a beige and brown stripy shirt, and the stripes go not upward, but like around. You know what I'm saying?
Horizontal, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're talking about 3 weeks now that
3 weeks.
this black man has been missing.
Yes, sir.
And you only have one detective on this job looking for this missing person. We're talking 3 weeks now, and
That's
one
right.
person looking for him. And
Yes, sir.
what happened to what I want to say is, I don't think there's enough effort in trying to find this man.
Well, you know what? Me personally, like I said, when that lady got missing, when her husband, a boyfriend couldn't find her, nobody could find her everywhere. The world knew about it.
That's right.
The world knew. And then the world knew about her boyfriend after they found him, after he was found.
Right.
Look, it is important to us. He have a family that love him.
Right.
We love him unconditionally. We don't know what other people think of it. We don't care. We just know what we do. And he have a family that love him, have hundreds of nieces and nephews. They from everywhere looking.
Mm-hmm.
They come from everywhere looking to see if they can find their
Okay.
uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone put together maybe a search party, a community search party?
The search party.
Oh, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. My
You
niece,
know what I'm understanding. I'm listening to you, and you said that the detective came by after he came back from vacation.
right. Right.
Let me ask you, have anybody else from the Beaumont Police Department or Missing Persons Department reached out to you to kind of
No,
update you? Or
Yeah.
I
no,
mean,
ma'am,
anybody else
and
reached out to you?
no, ma'am, and no, sir. Let me tell you, I got in touch with EquiSearch.
Yeah.
His name is Ray.
Right.
I told him the same thing. I called him for days. And like I told him, they in for a rude awakening because I'm not going to give up. I'm going to find my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to find him because he deserved to be found.
That's right. That's right.
And like I said, whatever it takes, whatever I have to do, somebody's going to help me find my husband.
We're
Because
talking.
he is somebody. And
He
it's not
is
right.
right. He is
Everybody should
somebody.
be treated. Everybody
right.
should be treated right. Yeah,
That's right. So now, after you recall that he was missing, and you wanted to you contact the police department. Did the police department come to the house, visit with you, or they just sent a detective after he came back from vacation?
the detective came. The first day was Officer Hawthorne. The second day, another police came. I don't even know his name, but just like he said, well, it haven't been like but one day. I say, well, that's one day he's been gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the only one besides Detective Torres. That's it. Nobody else.
Wow. That's
Nobody else.
That's
And like I said, Ray, I talked to him several times at his research. Well, ma'am, y'all doing everything. Well, we know that we're doing the best we can, but we are not no policemen.
Mm-hmm. So I got posted up on the screen a picture of Edward Phillips, age 71, has been missing since October the 20th. Last seen in the Parrish area. When you say the Parrish area, we're talking about between Washington Boulevard, Church Street, and because you say he walked up to the store at the Valero store on Washington Boulevard
Right.
and Avenue C,
Right.
and mm-hmm, and that was
And
the evening of October the 20th.
right.
No one has been around there to search that area. No one has been around in touch with you, but because they had to wait to
Not that I know of.
Detective Torres to come off of vacation before they begin to look for this black man. This
He
is what
said,
gets me. This is what bothers me. If he was any other, they would have a search team out there. The
sure.
police department would have been at your house the same night.
Exactly.
They would have people looking in
Yes,
that
sir.
area, that 3 blocks area, to see a paper trail or just cameras in different stores or different
Exactly.
area to find this man. But that's no effort at all to try to find this black man.
No. I do have friends that had flyers put out, had pictures put out. They made pictures with laminated, and I thank them so very much.
Mm-hmm.
I thank everybody that have prayed for us, have called me, have come by. The community have really been
Mm-hmm.
wonderful.
Right.
And I thank them, and I'm praying for them, and I thank them for praying for us.
Mm-hmm. I am too praying for you, Miss Patrina, and we want to get this out here, out in the open. We want to make sure it gets out in the open. We want to make
Yes,
sure
sir.
that you have been on television once, I think, and
Yes, sir.
you haven't had a chance but it's
So-
everybody's on social media now. So this is why I invited you to come on, and I thank the mayor of Beaumont, Miss Robin Mouton.
I thank her, and I
who
want to thank Chris,
yes, Jones.
Chris N for
Yeah,
was.
Christian. Yeah, Christian.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right.
I thank him so much because he met with us. He met with the family, and he was just a very nice. And I thank y'all for everything you've done.
Yeah.
Anything I can do to help you all, please let me know.
Well, we're here to help you, and that's most important to us here
Yes, sir.
at Knowledge
Thank
is
you.
Power. We want to make sure that your message is sent out and be exposed all over the social media, so when they see it, they see everybody's aware of it, and we want to make sure people be aware of this particular issue that we are trying to find Mr. Ed Phillips. He's a 71-year-old man.
Thank you all so very much.
He's let me post him up here again on the screen so everybody can see him. He's a graduate of Charlton Pollard, class of 1968, and was a great athlete, great student. I remember him back in the day, and he's a good man, very quiet. And Miss Patrina, we're praying for you. We really are.
Yes.
And we hope that we
Thank
help you find your husband.
Thank you all so very much.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that I covered all the basics that you have not. I want to go back to one more thing before we close you out here, but I want to make sure that
Thank you.
that we cover everything that we need to be covered. He was in the Parrish area between
and
Church Street and Avenue A. No, that's Avenue C, right?
And even his friends in the North End, they all looking for him. They have truly. I mean, just the community just been so wonderful.
Right.
And I thank everybody, and I surely thank you all so very much.
And we must get together and see if we can get a search party together. Just invite volunteers to come out.
I was just
and
fixing to say, Tony, maybe I need to reach out to some of my friends at Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers do anonymous tips and they offer
Yeah.
rewards. Maybe I
Thank
can
you,
reach
babe.
out to somebody there that we, I
Yes.
mean, we got to do more than what we're doing right now. We about to
Oh,
get
yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Katrina. Don't you
Yes,
worry,
ma'am.
darling.
Yeah.
Whatever you all say, I'm gonna try to do it. Just let me know.
We're gonna put out we're gonna put it out so everyone can know that we're looking for this man,
Thank you
this gentleman,
you all
and
so
we're gonna
very
try our best to get it out there in the opening so everybody can be aware of it. again, I thank you, Miss Patrina, for coming on and
Thank you
being
all
brave
so
enough
much.
to do that. And again, we are here
And thank
to
you
help
all
you.
for having me on. Thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate
we're
it.
here to help you, and we're praying for you, and
Thank
we
you.
wish you all the well, the best. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, guys, we've heard from Miss Patrina MCCOY-PHILLIPS, whose husband is missing, and been missing for over 3 weeks. And I've got quite a bit of comments on the comment board, and everyone is praying for you, Miss Patrina.
Thank you.
And we hope that we find your husband safe. But I want to ask this question: Did he have any illness, or was he on medication?
Yes.
Because I remember you said something about he
is-
had a heart attack, 3 heart attacks.
He had 3 heart attacks. He is a veteran. He served his country,
Mm-hmm.
and he done had a breakdown. He have had a breakdown,
Mm-hmm.
and he had from the service whatever it was that whatever sickness they have from the service. I don't know what it is,
PTSD.
but I know he go to the VA every 2 weeks, get him a shot,
Mm-hmm.
and he don't miss that shot. But he had, he couldn't go, and so I let the VA know. I let everybody know. The doctors. He had an appointment with the heart doctor. He wasn't there, so I let him know.
Well, we're going to be out, and Miss LaDonna Sherwood Haley, she's going to make sure she get with Crime Stopper and see if we can get together enough volunteers. Let's do a search
Thank you.
party for him, and let's see if we can find him in that area.
Oh, so much.
And if you mind, before I have your number, and I'm going to reach back out to you so we can get your
Right.
address, so that we can gather up there, and we're going to try to find Ed. Okay? Thank you so much, Miss
Thank
Patrina.
you, and God
Yes.
bless all of you all. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
we thank you too. Thank you so much, everyone, for
and
watching.
thanks for having this broadcast. Thank you. We need that. We
Thank
need
you.
it.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good
You got anything to say, love? Any last words?
What do you
Well, we're praying for you, Miss Patrina, and we're praying for your husband's
We're
return.
sending up prayers.
That is safely. Mm-hmm.
We're there for you. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Knowledge is Power Podcast Live.
Love you
We'll,
all. Thank you
we'll,
all. Have a
we'll see
great
you next Sunday. Thanks.
Thank you for watching Knowledge is Power Podcast Live. Be sure to like and subscribe to all Knowledge is Power social media pages.